The last video showed us the two major parts of the human skeleton, the axial and the appendicular portion. The axial skeleton is the part that forms the central axis, while the appendicular skeleton forms the remaining part consisting of bones that help in movement and locomotion. Now let's look at the major bones that form the axial and the appendicular structures. To begin with, we take the axial skeleton first. What structures make up the axial skeleton? The skull, the vertebral column and the ribcage are the major structures framing the axial skeleton. Let's talk about the skull first. Cranium is the first part that forms a protective covering around the brain. It is composed of 8 bones fused together. The cranium, along with the upper jawbone, the maxilla, lower jawbone, the mandible, and a few more accessory facial bones form the complete structure of the skull. This is nothing but the structure of our head. The skull is the entire set of bones that forms our head region. That was the first part of the axial skeleton. Next on the list is the vertebral column, the backbone. Do you know how many bones it consists of? It has 33 bones together. The first 7 consist of cervical vertebrae, next 12 consist of thoracic vertebrae, after which comes the lumbar vertebrae. The lumbar vertebrae consists of 5 vertebrae in a row. The last part consists of 5 fused vertebrae called the sacral vertebrae. To this, the terminal 4 vertebrae called the coccygeal vertebrae, making the coccyx or tailbone, are attached. So together we get a set of 33 vertebrae that form the vertebral column. Now let's see what comes next under the axial skeleton. It's the rib cage. The structure surrounds the most delicate and vital organs like our lungs. Hence the name rib cage. It's made up of the chest bone from the front side, the ribs that surround the lungs laterally, and the vertebrae at the back. We already know about the vertebral column, so now it's time for us to understand the other structures. The most important one is the chest bone. It is called the sternum. It is one of the strongest bones that helps in protection from mechanical injuries. Then next are the ribs that surround the lungs completely, thus protecting them from any mechanical injuries as well. This was about the axial skeleton. What is the next type that we need to know? Yes, it's the appendicular skeleton. Let's talk about it next.